Thank you for joining me here again on Szpakowo. It's episode 20 with me, MrSealyp. It's nearly 5:30 in the evening. I'm starting to lose light. My various different productions are chugging away. The two contracts I took on, the one for potato, it wasn't so much about the contract payment, although I did get paid it, but I did pay out for the vehicle, so it kind of balanced itself. But for that one especially, it was having the potatoes. I think we had just over 30,000 litres of potatoes left over from the contract. Those went over to my biogas plant. So that contract was more about, even if I came out breaking even, it was about having something to put into the biogas plant. So I mean, at the end of the day, it worked. Our field that we bought is harvested. The barley went over into the silo, into the seed production. That was 12,000 litres, I think it worked out at. Does that seem high? No, I'm sure it was about 12,000 litres. But here's the curiosity. I came out and I limed it. So our pH is fine. As you can see, bottom right, pH is perfect. And then I've come out to plough it. Now I've got field stones turned off. However, I'm getting field stones, which is weird. And I double checked it. Yeah, field stone off. I don't know. It's a weird one. So anyway, I'm doing that at the moment. I have also got, where are we? Wrong way around. 2 contracts. I've got a ploughing one. I'm doing ploughing now, so I'll jump on that. I've got the plough ready, so an extra 3, nearly 4,000. And then this popped up. Now, there were 2 sowing contracts. I saw sowing 11,000. I thought, brilliant, I've got a seeder and a planter. Bang! Took the contract, didn't look at what it was, and it's for carrots, which means my seeder and planter won't work. So I've got to go and lease a carrot planter. But that being said, the carrot planter is a couple of grand, and it uses next to no seed. So I'll make a bit of money on that, but I'm probably going to do that in the morning because it's dark at the moment. So I'll do those 2 contracts probably tomorrow. I've got some testing to do on some new products and probably purchasing a new production. Someone did ask or mention the fact if I'm doing a farm supply company and I'm providing things like slurry, manure, which my animals are producing. I'm supplying liquid fertilizer, herbicide, solid fertilizer. We have got butter and cheese, and we're doing those kind of bits and bobs. If anyone wants those, if we were going to do maybe a little cafe or something like that. What about lime? I'm not producing lime. That's a very good point. So we know there's a stone quarry. I know I've got a pile of stone because I haven't used very much of it for my fertilizer production. I think what I'm going to do as well, there's another fertilizer production because I've got a ton of digestate. So I want to utilise everything. So the digestate I've got running from my biogas plant, I might as well turn that into something that's worth more, which would be fertilizer, and then we can start selling some fertilizer to local farmers, make a bit of money that way. But I can go and get stone, and we can get some lime going as well. So as far as the lime production goes, then if farmers come and say I need lime, I need seed, I need fertilizer, we've got all of that. That's the plan. The farming was a byproduct of running the farm supply company. I said that right at the start. I want to set up a farm supply company, but we're going to have to farm to supply the farm supply company. That's what we're doing. Off this field, when I finished doing the barley and I got the straw swaths, we've got 3 bales. They're going to go over to the silage, the biogas plant as well. They're 11,000 litres each, so they'll go in and that can carry on chugging. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get on with this. I want to try as best I can. That's something I haven't checked. How much loan have we got left? 250. So we've halved our loan. We had 500,000 we were in debt. So we've knocked off half of that. That's not bad. I'm thinking if we can get to a point where we are producing a bit more fertiliser, because at the moment we're producing enough fertiliser. And to be fair, our greenhouse that's doing the flowers, that's getting through a fair bit of fertiliser. So we're only sort of just making enough. We are making enough. If I can make more, then we've got plenty to sell. That's the plan. So yeah, a couple of products to try out. There's another concentrate one that came out the other day. Might give that a go. So lime production, possibly some more liquid fertiliser and herbicide, and a fertiliser production, I think. And our farming continues. All our fields that are growing are growing. We're picking up contracts as they come up, and we've done a variety of ploughing. Have I done a cultivating one yet? I know I did a ploughing one early on. When we started off and all those contracts we had, it was all big machinery. We had the quad track, and we had a Magnum, and you know, big fields, big contracts. All of those kind of dried up. But then, to be fair, we're only into our full second year, are we? It's February 2, just gone 7 o'clock in the morning. We had a bit of snow overnight. It did settle, only a little bit. A dusting. Looking forward to getting into March and April. Mind you, March, April, we normally have rainy seasons. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to go and do that planting contract. I was over to the store. When they get a carrot... Well, actually, what I should do is probably take the milk over to the dairy. I've loaded a couple of pallets up onto a trailer. Actually, yeah, I should probably do that first. And then I'll go and grab a seed and we'll get that done. Then I'm going to get these various different productions in. Oh yeah, the carrots. I loaded the carrot. Did I do a clip? I did a clip of that. The carrots into the trailer. They need to go down. I was going to go and put those into Feldin's root crop storage, which he said I could. I might just sell them. I don't know where the best price. Should we have a look and see where's the best price for carrots? Oh, there we go. Right at the bottom. Of course, it would be, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's not big money, is it? So we'll get a quarter of whatever the literage is, technically. Best price is looking at Szpakowo. The price is coming up. I would not say it's going to go mega high compared to that, but what have we got in there? 27,000. So divide that by 4. Yeah, it's not going to be big money, is it? But it's a bit more money in the bank, isn't it? It's just been sitting out there all the way through the wintry season, so it's all remained nicely chilled. Hasn't been rotting down too much. And then what I'll do, I'll get the milk over. Oh, I've got a bit of... Is that straw on the floor? I wonder if that's come out the back of the harvester at some point. I've gone the wrong way, haven't I? That's alright. While we're out this way, I'll swing past the store, we'll stop, I'll whiz over, get that seeder so we can get that going. probably not the best time to be going out and looking for tokens and things like that, because I thought they'd be on the floor, and I would think they would still be showing, but you never know. Just trying to think of all the places things might be now. Areas on the map I haven't really been to. I suppose there's stacks of bales, maybe they could be around those. The other farm where we've been and got our slurry tanker from way back early on at the start, all over there maybe? I don't know. I really don't know. Right, I'm going to ease off a little bit, slow down a bit, and then apply the brakes so we're not trying to bring this whole lot to a stop on slippy ground. Let's pop in and see our man at the store. Good morning indeed. So, vegetable technology. That. That's more than I thought it was going to be, actually. That's a chunk of our money for that contract, isn't it? I should have borrowed it. If I'd have borrowed equipment, it would have been less than that. But like I say, because I saw sowing and my brain went, got a planter, got a seeder, no problem. Oh well, I'll just have to take a hit on it. We're making money elsewhere. It's not the end of the world, is it? So we'll come back and we'll get that later on. I've got seed being produced, so we can put some seed in that. Let's get this delivered. Deliver the milk, load up whatever pallets we've got there. They can be delivered. I think most of that can go to Szpakowo. It was pretty cool when this looked frosty. It's even better in the snow. I'm going to keep saying it. It's a fantastic map. It really is. We need this turning here by the stalks. Make sure a car doesn't come up our inside. They have a tendency to do that. I don't think I've got in through this driveway once straight without having a problem. We'll spin up the hill, or we're going to be alright. We look like we're going to be okay. Yeah, 7,000. That's about right, isn't it? Okie dokie. I'll see you over at the our little dairy production. Okay, today's milk. Those two pallets on the back of the trailer are the last, not the last of the ones, because it's all set to delivering now. So I've got it all to delivering. Those two had come out as stored before I got a chance to set it to selling automatically. So they need to be delivered because they were just sitting there taking up space. That's off. Take this back in a moment. That's all running, that's all running. Right. I'm just wondering, actually I'll sell these first and I know what money I've got to play with. I should be alright then. I've got a few things to put in today. I'm going to put a couple over this side, I think. I'm going to do the rock crusher so I can be doing lime. That's probably going to go over there. Here I'm going to put in that digestate contraption. Is that the big drum at an angle? You'll see when I put it in. I think I've showed it in the store a couple of times, and that will transfer form the digestate. Now I'm trying to remember though, was that? It's probably not the best one to use, is it? It's 110 grand to buy, and I'm sure it was a 4-to-1 ratio, so you only get a quarter out. Usually speaking, you get a lot of digestate. So even converting it down, so it compacts it all down, does whatever it's doing to it to turn it into a fertilizer in pellet form. So you're getting a chemical fertilizer technically out of it. But a 4-to-1, I'm losing a huge amount. I just don't know whether or not. Because there's other alternatives, or again, ones that I've used before. It's such a dilemma. What do you do? All these decisions to make. Now I've got to get this through that gateway. This is going to go to Szpakowo as well. That was the best price showing at the moment. I keep looking, thinking I'll take things to a different sell point. But I guess if you're trying to, it's all well and good for variety to go to different sell points, but you want to get the best price you can for your product, so there we go. Brute force and ignorance wins every time. Still indicating. That could be why. I'm not having a good day today. I'm not having a good day. It's alright. Another 13 grand. Do I really want to go back out that way? The ground's pretty frozen. I'm going this way. Sorry. Carrot planter has been collected. Where is our spout for our seed out of this? Is it around the back? I don't know where we're supposed to collect from. Is it around here? Does this need to be unfolded? I can't remember. Here maybe? Let's try that. I suppose I should put the little icons on. Where am I getting from? Oh, okay, what's around the front? So it's fill and unload. Oh, cover's open, closed. There we go. Right, that's probably going to do the entire field. It probably won't be far off. So, facilities going in. I'm testing out because I'm already producing. We already did the pallets with concentrate. That went down about as well as you'd expect. We put in our little homebrew. Where's my... Oh, okay. I just realised what I've done. So we're doing herbicide and liquid fertiliser here. And solid fertiliser. And I have to say, our stuff has kind of built up a little bit. Water I've topped up recently. We've got a fair bit in here. Herbicide, liquid fertiliser, solid fertiliser. Brilliant stuff. I've been using a little bit here and there. How much seed have we actually got next door? 24,000 litres. Nice. We're cracking right along. Still got barley, still got oats in there. That's still going great. But this new one will do herbicide and liquid fertiliser. And then I've got another one. I'm saying if I can use digestate to make... Oh my God, use digestate. If there's a facility that does both of those, why not? Might as well use it. That also requires concentrate. Now I think I'm going to put it in this side of here. Probably just here, and I'm going to test this one out. I think because when I did, I'm not sure. I'm like I said, it's not going well today. Under pallets, it's these nutrient, salt, and weed free. We've already had a go with these. These are a little bit more expensive. I want to see how much we get for 1,000. So if we got 500 litres of this product, and I think it just goes with water, doesn't it? how much will we get for 1,000? And then we can gauge whether or not it's a worthwhile production. We're testing this for our customers. So one of those and one of those. I'm just put one of each through. I'm going to put it in here. And so this is in. This is our little production. Herbicide, liquid fertilizer. So I need to bring those over. Lime production I've put in. That's over that side of the compound. So I can bring stones over. I've got that pile there. We haven't used many through that fertilizer yet. Every time I use some of the fertilizer to bring over here to run the greenhouse, I then run it again so it tops up, and it's not actually using much stone at all. So I can start with the stone here. I think that's just stone and water, that one. And then this one requires water as well. So what I'm going to need to do before I do anything else is bring a water tanker over, start filling that up, then go over and pick up. I'll probably take the. Oh, I've left it, haven't I? I'll say I can use my little van because I need something to put. I need a bed to put the stuff in. I can use the trailer. But that's still down at the sawmill, isn't it? I suppose I've got to go and get it. Let's get these running, I suppose. Right. So yeah, all this is in. I'll go and pick up those things. We'll get that running nice. I just want to run one of each through. I'm just curious. So for 1,000, if we end up, we put 1,000. Not 1,000. For 1,000, we put 500 litres of that concentrate in, and then we run it with water until that 500 litres runs out. If we've got a substantial amount of liquid fertiliser or herbicide, it's worth 1,000. If it's negligible to buying the stuff or however else we're producing it, is it kind of worth it? I mean, we got it's quite an industrial complex we got running here now, isn't it? Considering I was originally just going to put greenhouses on this, I am thinking though, you know, I said earlier on about production greenhouses, and there was this one here for 50 grand that does the plants, and that's just water and that's fertilizer, isn't it? And it produces those particular plants. That one does those ones. That does some interesting ones. We've got flowers going already, but I was going to have like this open one. Whether or not we could have that separate on one of the fields we bought over there, past there, put it on a field over there, and have that running as an extension to this, so then we can bring stuff back when it's produced. I don't know. Like I say, I just want to try a whole lot of different stuff, things I haven't really, you know, had a need to try or want to try, and often I'll get one. If I'm going to produce my own fertiliser or I'm going to produce my own seed, I'll get one, place it, produce it. But to try out a few, I like the idea of that. It's a little bit later. I spent a bit of time going backwards and forwards with the water. I just suddenly realised with the water container, filling up the various different things that needed water. I also took the liberty. I have put in that open garden greenhouse thing on my field. I'll show it later on because we're going to need to put some fertiliser into it. Oh, sorry. I think this is the field we want, 152. So yeah, putting that all in, brought this out. What else was I doing? Just the water. Oh yeah, and I pulled the water tanker up next to the tap and then forgot to refill it. Never mind, I'm sure it'll be fine. Planting through the snow? What could go wrong? I'm sure it's all going to be absolutely fine. Well, I thought it would have been a good idea. There we go. Oh, now that's interesting. Because normally, as soon as you start planting, whatever it is you're planting, it removes the snow. The snow disappears as you go along. So normally, I mean, obviously cultivating and stuff would do that. I might have to wait until the snow melts. Right, next job. Oh. Fold that up. I'm going to go and grab my plough. I've got a ploughing contract to do. I'll get that done. Leave that there. I'm sure no one will nick it. Where's the ploughing job? Field 51. I'll go and get that done while I'm here. Let's have a look and see. Do we have anything new as far as that goes? Ploughing 51, this one. It says 1%, so it was working. I just can't see where I'm going. There's all those harvesting ones. That one, that's red beet again. There's a few for oat and more carrots and things like that. Yeah, I'll go and do that ploughing one. I've still got to make a decision. Oh, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and get some stone from the quarry. I'll get some stone from the quarry. I'll do that ploughing contract. You don't need to see me doing the ploughing contract. And I'll see you in a little while. I'll take the stone over to the lime station. Then it will be a case of... Oh, I need to go and get that concentrate as well. Right. I'm going to... shall I leave this here and walk? I'm going to leave this here and walk. I'll go and get my other stuff and then I can come back to this. I'm hoping as the day goes on, if it warms up a little bit, that the snow will melt. I'm still going to... I don't know. Engine off, that off. Lights off. Yeah, why not? Everything's nice and frozen. Oh, that was a waste of time. Okay, ploughing contract is done on field 51. I have got in the bucket, rather than go and get the pickup, that weed stuff and the salt. Those two little containers that I purchased, they're in the bucket. I thought it'd be easier. The stone is over, one full load. So I'm now going to go around and put the various different things in the various different places. I've already done the water, so what I'm going to do is take some fertiliser over. Once I've unloaded the trailer of stone, I'm going to fill the trailer up with fertiliser. These two are going in here. Like I say, I want to run them through with 500. Oh, didn't want to put snow in there, but okay, too late now. Now let's grab that one, please. There we go. Rotate that around that way. There we go. That's gone in. Let's grab that one. That one in there. There we go, over to here again. So 500 litres of each. Let's turn that on and that on. We've got water in there. So let's just see what happens. When they run out, we'll see how much we've got of each. And this container cost 40 grand. Which isn't too bad, actually. Is there a light switch in there? Oh, it just does that again. Don't know if there is. And there are tanks. I assume as we start to go, those sight tubes will fill. Again, I guess we'll see. I just kind of showed it when I did the mod review, but that's that bit. What I've got to do now is get rid of the snow. Be careful with that. Let's go and put the stone in. Now I raised the back up because whoa, okay. I raised the back up on the trailer because I was going to tip into the top, but the what's it called? The trigger disappeared when I did that, so I was a bit unsure why it had done that. Like I say, we're not using much of that pile. We bought that over from the quarry a few episodes ago now, so I thought we'll do all this first. Let's get this in, get the lime running. I might wait and do the digestate. Yeah, for some reason. Don't know why. Let's put that in. Cool. Get the other one in. And maybe it would have tipped into the top, but the fact the trigger disappeared, I was just a little bit, I was a bit dubious. I thought I don't risk it. Take the weight off the back of that. Cool. Oh, that again. Just my weight. There we go. Switch that back to that. I've got this turned on. So we'll have lime being produced. So in answer to the questions, what are you going to do about lime? We're all over it. Boom. Lime being reduced. We could probably put a bit more stone in here, so maybe some more trips backwards and forwards to the quarry to get some in here. But at the end of the day, as long as we've got some, as I keep saying with all of this, farm supply company, if a farmer turns up and says, "Do you have lime?" we can say, "We absolutely do, sir. Come this way." So that's running, that's running. I'm going to speed up time in a little while because I want the snow, well, hopefully the snow will clear. I'm thinking maybe lunchtime. I suppose I think we should probably do, what's the temperature saying? Oh, okay, it's not that warm, is it? 3, 5, 6, 7, yeah, it's not really going up, is it? Much. 6, the temperature then drops again when we get to 6 o'clock this evening, back down again. So potentially the snow might not melt today, it might be March. That's annoying because I need to do that planting. Maybe what I'll do, once I've put the fertiliser in, I'll show you over there. We've done a little bit of landscaping to get it in as well. And maybe I'll go and have a cup of tea and I'll have a look through the brochures to see about this digestate situation. I could just put in the thing I was talking about, but I'll have a look and see what things we have available. I'm going to go and take some out of the homebrew shed. And to think this was just a clear open field not that long ago. Look what I've done to it. We're being entrepreneurs. Now, to be fair, as I kept saying, I've got the farm supply pack installed. I could be buying 5,000 litres for 1,000. If I went and sold this that we've produced, so just this 17,000 litres, if I went and sold this side fertiliser, just think of the amount of fertiliser I could buy if I was using or buying the farm supply pack stuff. But again, I've used that a lot. So let's go and put this in. Come on. It doesn't have a lot of oomph, but it might be enough. Sorry, dear. Trying to chase you along the road. And then, yeah, I want to finish off by at least getting that carrot seeding done. I keep going to the wrong turning. I keep thinking it's the one past the trees, but that's where my other fields are. Just over here, look. It fitted in here quite nicely. It was too big to go in that other one. when I said originally about putting in the field there and where we've got all the other stuff, it would have used up pretty much that entire field. So this, the water went in the other side. Put these concrete things down into the grass so we don't get bogged down in bad weather. Now, as far as I'm aware, this unloads here because the water was the other side. Let's get that in. I think our plants and stuff will, our pallets will appear here, and once we get this switched on, all of our stuff that's growing should be growing in the middle, but I don't know where I don't know where the thing is for it. I'll keep pressing the button until we... Oh, there we go. Oh, where were we? Here we go. Bonsai! Cypress. Oh, I was only talking about bonsai, wasn't I? When I was talking about the Terry Pratchett book a little while ago. So, there we go. Oh, it didn't take as much as I thought it was going to. That on, that on, that on. Eucalyptus and cypress. Oh, have we had a failure? Oh, look at that. All frosty as well. Well, they probably shouldn't be growing this time of year. Yeah, one of these isn't liking it. Whoa, what is that weird... Is that special electrics and things? Is that... It's only working in these little troughs. Oh, only there though. Sorry, something to do with the ground. Anyway, we're in. Tap on these. And we're literally just there. Cross over the little stream there. I might put a little bridge in. Do I own both these sets of land? I do. I wonder if I could put one of those little footbridges in. Across here. Let's have a look, see if I can. Oh, have I got them installed? I'll have a look. If not, maybe we can sort out some and put one of those little footbridges across. Not quite a pop, but you know what? It worked. Stops us getting our feet wet, didn't it? Oh, I could have put one over here that allowed me to drive vehicles over. That being said, haven't got much of a gap around that side. I probably could have got around the back here to save me having to go up the road and out. But in all honesty, I'm happy walking across and I can drive around. It's not too far to go, is it? It's not the end of the world. How's this looking? We'll have to check on that, but that probably won't be far off. That's all going, that's all going. Right, brilliant stuff. I have had a look. I found a couple of other options of things that we could potentially look at. Again, as we start to progress. But I'm glad I put another greenhouse in. That's... I say greenhouse, it's open garden. Like I say, I'm going to speed up time. I keep saying like I say, sorry. I'm going to speed up time now. And it's bigger than what I wanted to do actually. There's a shorter one, but the shorter one wouldn't sit flat. I think the gap was too short and it sat fine one side but it was too high the other. This kind of embeds into the ground a little bit. It's okay. So, job done. I'll see you in a bit and hopefully we can get those carrots planted. If the snow doesn't melt, then I'm going to have to just try and do it through the snow. It's not really what I want to do, but I'm trying to think actually. Have I tried planting in the snow before? I know cultivating and ploughing definitely does, but I'm just thinking if I've ever experienced doing the other. I don't think I have actually. Okay. Take this back. Where am I going to put this? That's a very good point. I don't actually have a silo for this. Not a storage silo. All of my things are producing it. Not. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll stick it into the flower greenhouse because it needs some. So it would make sense to put what I've got left over. Whoa. It's nearly 10 to 12. I was right. Once it warmed up a little bit, the snow went. It seemed like there was... I mean, it wasn't deep. There was enough. So now we can see where we're going. Actually, to be fair, I didn't do too bad. I stayed right by the side. I didn't miss anything. So let's get that switched on. I want to get this finished before I finish the episode. That's the plan. It's a fairly big field. Fairly small planter. Wow. Oh, I really am hoping. I know a lot of people have been saying about FS25, various different things people have seen on videos and stuff, that we don't have situations like this, where if we're planting in this direction, it should be planting in that direction, not following a set standard on them. I don't know how it's going to be on 25, because you can see the lines on the map are all going in that direction, including the ones on that field and the field before. So, like, a lot of people have said that's not how it is in real life. That's not how it would work. So I don't know. I mean, I know it's always been, if you change a certain direction, especially with ploughing and stuff, you can get different ploughing textures in slightly different directions, but this seems to be very fixed. But I don't mind. I'm just getting on with it. I've got to get this done. It is the contract. I'm just glad the snow melted. But we can get finished. So I've been doing some perusing of the catalogues. There is that option of that one I used before on Alma, which can take digestate and turn it into fertiliser. There's also a silo in that pack that will do manure and water and turn it into liquid fertiliser, and one that does manure and turns into fertiliser. I don't think it takes anything else with it, which is interesting. I don't know. We'll have a look. I'm producing plenty of stuff. I'm just thinking of different ways I can utilise what I'm already producing to produce other things and make me a more comprehensive supplier to the farm stars, you know? The local celebs. So, I guess we're back to where we normally are. What time is it here now, blimey? It's getting late. It's getting late. It's been another one of those days. Another one of those days where I've done loads. I was awake at 6:45 this morning. I woke up, knew I had to do a map tour, so I was like, no, go back to sleep, don't be an idiot. 7:10, I got up. I was out in the man cave by 7:20 and cracked on. And then there's been all sorts of stuff happening, and I've done a load on this, done a load of other stuff. But now I'm sitting here and it's 7:15 in the evening, and I don't feel like I've achieved very much. Well, I know I have, but it's weird, isn't it, how your mind goes there. I suppose, I mean, my plan was to finish this field off by the end of the episode. I could at this point say, well, there you go, snow's melted, I'm doing my planting, let's get the carrots in the ground, I'll see you on the next episode. But I do want to get this done. Just don't know quite how long it's going to take. I'm starting to lose my voice as well today. I don't know what's going on. It's been very squeaky and warbly over the course of the day. To say, this is when I did carrots, when the premium DLC first came out, and these were only like 32 litres. I'm sure on Alma I did an entire field and barely used anything. We're at 28 already, which means we've nearly used 4 litres, and we've only been round the edge of the field not even once yet, which means I am going to have to go and refill. So I think I will. I think I'll call it here. We have come to the end of this episode. There's more to come. Of course there's more to come. I've got to do a bit of forestry. I need to do some wood chips. I've got a few fields where I've got some trees that are kind of in the way. I've lopped a couple of branches here and there. And there's woodland like this. I don't own any woodland with decent sort of pine trees and fir trees and stuff like that. Mine are all a little bit, you know the awkward trees. You can take a few limbs off and they're a bit of a pain to cut down. But if I just do a little bit of wood chip, maybe, I don't know, I'm just giving it some thought. I need to be at a point where I can pay the rest of that loan off, because I'm almost at a point where I've got everything that I wanted to have for the farm supply. Oh, a calf. I was going to put a little calf in, wasn't I? Maybe some picnic benches and stuff, I thought, as well. So you know, when you go to a garden centre, it's not just a farm supply place or whatever it might be. You can go to the garden centre and have a mooch around, and most of them have a cafe or whatever, and you can sit and have a coffee and a bit of cake, that kind of stuff. It's suppose if I was going to do that, I'd need to have a bakery so I can produce cake. Oh, I think there might be one actually. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're still enjoying it. If you're still sticking with me, I really do appreciate it. If you are, if you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.